My name is Hui Jing, and this is a video of a personal training session completed on the 22nd of July 2020. Hi Tommy, how are you going today?
Doing very well.
That's good. So let's have a discussion about your long-term goal. What's your specific endurance focus long-term goal?
The goal is to be able to run 10 kilometers in 60. I can do it in 60 minutes, but I'd like to do it in 50 minutes.
How long would you give yourself to achieve running 10 Ks in under 50 minutes?
Maybe 12 weeks, 3 months.
Okay,
roughly.
that sounds achievable. So in order to come up with endurance focused training program at gym, we need to take you through specific testing, including completing the adult pre-exercise screening tool, where you have answered no to all 7 questions.
Okay.
The outcome of completing this form is that it puts you into a low to medium risk. Furthermore, we've gone through the adult pre-exercise screening tool stage 2. You've got 0 risk factor on everything except for your current physical activity and exercise level. We can actually change it up a bit from the program that I have come up for you. That is endurance focused. That is going to help you to achieve your long-term goal, which is to run 10 Ks in 50 minutes. Your specific risk stratification is +1, just because of your relatively low frequency, low duration physical activity and exercise level. We did the postural assessment, and there were 3 notable findings, which are your foot position, your knee position, and your shoulder in relation to the scapula. So with the foot position, even though your Achilles tendon, which is a tendon that connects your calf muscles to your heel bone, it runs straight. Even though it runs straight, your feet are flat, which can contribute to certain complications of your knees, maybe your hips, further down the stretch. Your left knee crease is slightly higher than the right. The right shoulder is higher than the left, which might indicate some sort of tightness to your right side. We've gone further into range of motion test. Tests the movement number of joints, which are your hip joint, shoulder, your knee, and obviously lastly your ankle. So we found that the movement and range of motion at both joints were normal. And we've gone further into functional movement record, where you perform 4 specific tests, which were the squat, lunge, overhead reach, and opposite arm and leg reach. It's fundamental to have a good understanding of functional movement, how important it contributes to safe and sound technique, skill development, and injury prevention. The outcome of the functional movement testing, where you perform the squat, lunge, overhead reach, and the opposite arm and leg reach, was that you were able to perform these common patterns without any abnormalities. We've gone further into muscle activation testing,
Yes.
where you were asked to perform a glute bridge while laying down, and we found that your hamstring, glute maximus, and lumbar extensors, they all activated to a certain extent. The glute maximus would be more activated if your feet are closest to the glutes, and as the feet are further away from the glutes at the beginning of the movement, when hip extension occurs, the hamstrings become more activated than the glutes, which is a good thing that all three worked simultaneously to help with your hip extensions,
Yes.
to help with your hip extensions, which is one of the most common movement patterns on a daily basis.
Yes.
We've done a dynamic string testing, which consists of two tests. A vertical jump test, where you got 54 centimeters, that push you into the 60 percentile, which is above average. And secondly, a 60-second push-up test, where you performed 41 repetitions, roughly puts you into 9 percentile, which is exceptional. As an exercise professional, we have to work within legal and ethical limitations, which means that I can prescribe exercises done at the gym in comparison to any activities outside the gym, like running.
Yep.
So I would need to refer you to a specific running coach to further prescribe you with your running program in order to achieve your long-term goal. According to the personal fitness profile form that you indicated that you could train 3 times a week,
Yes.
for 45 minutes per session. So since we're so far away from your actual running trial, I'm going to divide your program into three blocks, and the purpose of the first block is to build up your work capacity by doing a lot of volume. So your session is broken up into 3 parts. These are warm-up, the actual workout, the cool down and stretch. With the warm-up, I'm just gonna get you to walk on the treadmill for roughly 5 to 10 minutes, and right after that, we're gonna do some dynamic stretching. We're gonna perform bodyweight squat, band pull apart, push up, and bendy good mornings.
Yes.
We're gonna do these for 2 to 3 rounds, 8 to 10 repetitions per exercise. You can either do it as a circuit of back-to-back exercises,
Yes.
or you can just perform the exercises separately. Delve into the actual workout. So there are 7 exercises in total. You're gonna start with front loaded squat. Followed by dumbbell Romanian deadlift. These 2 first exercises are performed for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. The intensity of RPE 6. So, which means that you definitely perform the exercise to the extent that you feel that you could do another 4 reps. So next up is box jump, where we would do 6 sets of 4, accompanied by barbell band overalls and incline dumbbell press. You're gonna do these for 3 sets of 12. Lastly, you're gonna do plank weights for 3 sets of 40 to second hold. How fast should you perform these exercises? I would recommend a tempo of 1 to 2. What does this tempo means is that you're gonna perform. You're gonna do the eccentric, which is the lowering part, for 2 seconds, and you're gonna reverse for a second. Resting time is between 60 to 90 seconds. The reason why you're resting for this much of time is to obviously to build up your work capacity. So we don't want you to be fully recovered before the next set.
Okay.
Lastly, you're gonna do the cool down and stretch. Once again, jump back on your cardio equipment of choice. We're gonna go for 5 minutes at a less intensity than your warm up, accompanied by static stretching. You're gonna perform the following 6 stretches, which are standing quad stretch, lying hamstring stretch, standing calf stretch, bent arm pectoral or chest stretch, your cross-armed shoulder stretch, and lastly lying cross-legged glute stretch for 2 to 3 rounds, and we're going for 30-second hold. How often should you work out in a week? So we're gonna have running on Monday and Thursday, and we're gonna train twice a week on Tuesday and Friday. So obviously you're gonna rest. The rest is the 3 days where you will perform 40 minutes worth of walk, just to recover from all the running done on Monday and Thursday, and those gym sessions on Tuesday and Friday. Finished your warm up cardio on your cardio equipment of choice for 5 minutes. I was going to take you through your dynamic stretching, which you're going to do 2 to 3 rounds, 8 to 10 repetitions each. So you got your bodyweight squat. Next up is banded good morning. First up is squat, bodyweight squat. Cool. Secondly, bend pull ups, just to warm up those shoulders. Thirdly, bend it. Good morning. Let's warm up those. Let's warm up those glutes and hamstrings. We're gonna hinge. We're gonna do a hip hinge. Keep the weight on the back of your feet. Lastly, we got push up. The actual workout starts with front loaded squat, and then we're moving on to weighted or dumbbells, Romanian deadlifts. Next, we got the box jump. We got barbell bend over rows, some incline dumbbell press. We're finishing off with a core movement, which is a plank.
Front loaded squat.
Jesus. Front loaded squat is pretty similar to your bodyweight squat. Make sure you track those knees in line with your toes. Dumbbell Romanian. Again, very similar to banded hip good morning. Feet shoulders width apart. And just going to stretch out the glutes and hamstrings. Keep the weights close to you. It's going to hinge from the hips. With the box jump, we're just going to try to be explosive on the way up and be soft on the landing. To balance out our session, we're continuing seated row and incline with dumbbell incline chest press. Try to stay as upright as you can and finish with big chest. squeeze your glutes. Maintain that good alignment between your neck, your hips, and your lower body. Let's start with front loaded squat. Since you got some knee complications, just make sure that you align your knees in the same direction with your toes. Good. Right. Next up, we've got dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. Square onto those kettlebells, and we're going to hinge at our hips. Feel the stretching on your glutes and hamstrings. Awesome. Keep those kettlebells close to you. Give me 2 more. Let's work on our explosiveness with some box jumps. You're gonna be explosive on the way up, and be as soft as you can on the way down, and obviously the landing. Awesome. We're going to load our hips, very similar to the Romanian deadlifts. Give me 1 more. Nice. Time to work our back with bended rows. Big chest to finish. We're gonna aim for 2 seconds on the way down and 1 second up. Nice tempo, Tommy. Give me 2 more. Awesome job. Let's finish off with a plank. Right. Don't let your chest fall between your arms. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. Maintain that good alignment. Ten more seconds. You got this. And 3, 2, 1. Alright, we have just finished our workout. So it's now time to for cool down and stretch. I'm just gonna get you to jump back on your cardio piece of equipment of choice, and we're just gonna go for 5 minutes. Just make sure that you're going easier than your warm up, followed by these stretches. We're gonna stretch out our entire bodies. We're gonna stretch out our quads, our hamstrings, our calf, our chest, the back of shoulders, and your glute. First up is the standing quad stretch. So just hold on to your ankle. And hold it for 30 seconds. And we're just going to swap side. Followed by a hamstring. We need a bench and a band for this stretch. We're just going to bring our leg up as far as you feel comfortable with, and we're just going to lock your knees up. Once again. Moving on to a standing calf stretch. So just squat on and get into a lunge stance. Just gonna stretch out our back leg. Just lean onto it. You should be feeling a stretch on your calf. Make sure you lock out the knee of the back leg. Moving on to a pec stretch. And lean up. Yep. Next up, I'm just going to do one side for that. Cross arm, posterior depth stretch. Just bring one arm up and then use the other arm, drag the arm across. At the beginning of the stretch, make sure you retract your shoulder. Alrighty, I think it's lastly, glute stretch. Okay. We also need a bench for this. Awesome. Start with the quad stretch. Yeah. Okay. Now try to squeeze the glutes if you can. See if that feels better.
More intense.
Awesome. Now it's gonna let's swap side. Okay. Once again, squeeze the glute on that same side. And 3, 2, 1. As far as you feel comfortable with, and lock that knee out. And relax. What side do you shuffle to bring to what side do you shuffle to feel your hamstring with, Tommy?
This side hurts the most.
Okay.
A bit tighter, a bit tighter.
Yeah. And relax. Awesome. Moving on to the calf. Yeah. Let's get on that lunge stance again. Once again. And swap side. And relax. All right. To intensify the stretch, you can lean a bit further onto it.
Squat side. Okay. Cross arm, really outstretch. Yeah. Swap side. And relax. Alright. Last but not least, lying glute stretch. That's what I.